And you're tuning into the chat right here on City TV. Get interactive with the hashtag the chat. And in studio with me still is media personality Chris Carter, lead creator for One Play Africa, Nanaya Redu, and digital marketing and communication consultant and expert Stephen Nanase Buedu. Welcome and thank you for staying with me, guys. But before anything, of course, let's get some great drinks to start off the conversation. So our cocktails are powered by Brew Services. So I invite Brew Services to give us the very perfect cocktail for this conversation. Is named Wolewa Vibes after our celebrity guest LaRusso, who will be joining us a little later on in the show. Now, once the cocktails go around, of course, the ingredients are fresh lemon juice, ginger syrup, apple juice, Good Day Energy drink, and cinnamon syrup. And of course, the show is proudly sponsored by Good Day Energy drink. Now we're getting into the topic for this segment, which is about trolling and how celebrities or personalities on social media are to react to it, or how they should, or the best way to deal with trolling on social media. This topic sort of came into light a few days ago when a known troll on social media went to GH1 television for a show, and while there was called out on some of his antics on social media, and his reaction was quite cringe-worthy. But let's take a look at what exactly happened, and let's discuss what we can do, or the best way for celebrities to be able to handle trolls.
Present your political show.
Welcome to another edition of
Has a blog
fact, so I don't think I'll be.
You write
facts.
When you write this, hey Sewa, we know what you've been up to in this country. What do you know?
Where did you pick that from?
That is your Twitter page.
Okay.
That
Twitter is about agenda.
What's this agenda? So in other words, it's about fooling and saying stupid things. That is meant to tarnish someone else's image. What's this factual about what you've written about Sewa?
I mean, Twitter is a different world, you know.
How? Twitter?
Get that right. You can't even spell am I. You can't even spell it. Yet you think you can sit behind a phone and write crap on Twitter about people. Simple am I. You can't spell it. But that's not the point. You question people's relevance.
Mm-hmm.
How relevant do you think you are? Because I've seen tweets of you rubbishing Lydia Forson too.
I need to get the source of. I mean,
It's your phone. Your phone is in your pocket.
So you said you deal with facts. Yes. No, Living Rose just on October saying that the 4.5k issue that person is paid more than you at GH1 TV.
Do you know my salary?
I mean, how did you know?
That's why I'm telling you that what you see on Twitter is different from.
When you sit on Twitter and you write utter nonsense about people. You've said horrible things about me, Sewa, Lydia Forson, Bridget, other people on your Twitter. Here I am. Say it to my face.
Why should I?
Why shouldn't
you?
Because Twitter is not real life.
I have always said that people who bully people, when they see them, they can't even talk.
You can't even.
You are a very clear example of those
You can't.
people.
If you sit on Twitter and you say that it's a different life, and you can insult Lydia Forson that you haven't met before, and you meet her, you will go shush.
In
You
fact,
can't speak like right now.
Because it looks like when you meet real human beings, you can't express
speak.
yourself.
You cannot. You go back on Twitter and write crap.
Yes.
Go ahead. I don't
At least.
care. But the thing is, you couldn't say.
Now, that was how it went down. And it's interesting to see how, and I think it's real life, when a lot of people are very quick to say whatever they want because the cloak of anonymity sort of give them, they feel some protection. But then once they meet the people or the subject behind their trolling, they're very different the way they react to it. But is Twitter or social media not real life? Why do people have the sense to write all sorts of untruths and troll people on social media? What gives them the confidence, honestly? Anonymity? And is that an acceptable thing to happen? I'll start with you guys. Stephen, if you may.
Definitely it is real life. I mean, I often say this, higher crown, baby higher crown. If you can't stand by what you're tweeting, don't tweet it. And I was just about to tweet something this evening. I said, let me not tweet it. online bullies and trolls are actually sad souls.
Well,
they are sad and lonely people, and often what they want is attention. We're going to discuss it, but you can see this guy is a sad soul. When he got there, I mean, he was awed by the, president and everything. So, they probably should have ignored him.
But what is the best way to handle trolls? I get it that once you become a personality or quote unquote a celebrity, you sort of give people access into your lives. You expect people to share their opinions about you. You sort of give them a right to. But at what point does it move from being opinions into trolling into cyberbullying? Where do we draw the line, and where is the demarcation, honestly? Because people seem to ascribe, oh, I'm just sharing my opinion, to cyberbullying, or I'm just saying what I want to, or freedom of speech when they start trolling. Where is the thin line, or where is the gray area amongst these three concepts, Chris?
Well, we obviously know that trolling is always an insult. It always comes with insults. You can see it from a place of hate. You can even feel the venom sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, so, like, obviously, you will know which one is an opinion or a right criticism. You understand? and obviously know which one is trolling. And what I usually tell people is the people that made social media, they didn't make it, they didn't make it for fools. They expected all these things to happen. They didn't just put it out there. They expected that, okay, yeah, this is probably going to happen, and you would not like to see this person's comment. What can you do? Probably delete it. Just delete it, or use your block button. But sometimes we like to go head to head with them sometimes. When I've had enough of it, sometimes I give it to you, and then when I'm done with you, I'll let you know, hey, I can also be like you. And then I'll probably delete you or block you.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like people should also learn, if you don't have the energy for that, you should also learn to use the block function, the delete function. It works perfectly.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Now, coming to you, Nana, at what point do you draw the distinction between opinions, criticism, cyberbullying, and trolling?
Very interesting one.
See, I think there's no point issue.
There's no thin line between any of the things you've said. It's social media.
It's you taking your phone to tell the world something that nobody has asked you to say anything about.
Okay.
On your own page. So when I come to your page, when I see what you've written, I probably have read about 18 comments that is praising you. I feel like, let me just be silly. There are people like that.
Wow.
So there's no thin line to it. What you have to do is, instead of finding a thin line, monetize it. Make money off it. I tell this to my clients a lot. Like, a lot of stars I work with, they're always blocking. I'm like, why are you blocking the people?
How do you monetize this?
Okay, so I'll show you. You know, when you're a celebrity, like, let me use you for instance. When you make a post, your engagement is roughly about 1.2K. I'm talking about both quotes, retweets, and all that, replies, right?
Yeah.
And Gold Energy Drink comes to you and says, AJ, I like your engagement level. I want to work with you. You need the trolls to give you that engagement, because you see, the company is coming for three things. One, they're coming for eyeballs, they're coming for engagement, they're coming for impressions. They don't really have conversations with you about whether people are engaging your post in a mean way. And you have to monetize those numbers so that you don't have to get emotionally attached to them, because it's a social platform. I understand that it's a real place. 100, it is a real place. But these are human beings, these are numbers. Data rules the world now. So instead of being bitter and blocking them, engage and monetize them. I'll give you another example, right? We are having the chat show.
Okay.
The way I'm seated, somebody can just be watching the show and say, look at how he's sitting down. Who is this one too? I wish I can just know this person so that I can monetize the person. So what I do is, if I'm coming on your show, I tell people who are into fashion, she's into jewelry. I say, give me jewelries to wear.
But let me come to Stephen on that. I'll come to you very shortly about that. But he made a very salient point about monetizing it and just being about the numbers. When people come for you, it can earn you money. Now, Chris is of a similar or a different opinion, where a lot of people also stand where, if you come for me, I'll block you. And now people are known as, they create names, block Muhima or whatever it is, and now create certain commentary about the
Yeah.
your need to protect your space. Now, how is it the right approach to decide that you bring me any negativity, I'll block you, or you engage?
So a couple of things. One Anna said, okay, when the tweet or whatever, the comment by the person is harmless, or just when it's harmless, you can let it be.
Okay.
You ignore them. Okay.
But is it ever harmless?
But you see, no, let me finish. But you see, those are people who are just sad. They also want to feel that they are part of a conversation that's going on your hand. People who want to be part of a conversation, they want to feel that they too, you're following them or they can comment on you. That's harmless. The trolls, like Chris said, you need to learn how to deal with them. You can block them. But even the one that Nana said, it's only temporary. It's not sustainable. Okay. You can get, I mean, because, for example, there are people that I've seen when they're being trolled, then I just take my friends and who's this guy? Then I probably look for them and I'll start following them. So you increase your numbers there. And off the back of that, like he's saying, you can make some money. But that's temporary. It's not sustainable. Because ultimately, whatever they say, the people also start getting mean. And some of the things they say begin to hurt your brand. Ultimately, not every brand will just follow you, want to work with you because you've got the numbers. Sometimes it comes down to your reputation. And that's why you need to be savvy. And people who would just kind of like attack you and do all those kind of things, it's better either you ignore them or you block them. And I mean, blocking one person, whatever. I mean, you go and stand somewhere else, tweet somewhere else that, this person blocked me. So what? You see, the other bit is, I mean, sometimes also, even when people are being mean to you, the world likes to sympathize with somebody who is seen as vulnerable. So sometimes temporarily, and you will probably know this, when Tiwa Savage had a recent issue, she kind of really milked it somehow and turned it around. But that was temporary. Exactly. She had a good team that knew how to work and turn it around. Not everybody has that. That's why sometimes the easiest way is to ignore them or just block them.
Okay. Now, the world has become, at least on certain platforms, there's a lot of savagery that goes on. Facebook is a bit more lenient. Instagram is more hearts and smiles and photographs. Twitter is a completely different ballgame. Twitter, people seem to get like brownie points on the more savage they are. Someone posts a nice, I post my picture, then someone has to say something snarky or something mean to get retweets. And there are a lot of people that are willing to do all kinds of antics, say all kinds of things just to get likes and retweets. That's the world on Twitter. So how do you now, or how do creatives navigate this sort of terrain where it's all negativity, or people are just out to seek for negativity just to get retweets, acknowledgements, go get a tweet going viral or something of that sort? How do you navigate that terrain, Stephen?
I think you need to know your audience. You need to also know what you want to achieve, so that if you're focused and you're creating your content, focus on what you want, because these people come to distract you.
Exactly.
And sometimes they are jealous. They are, like I said earlier, they are sad souls. People who just like, since yesterday, a lot of people have been kind of trolling Ogasco. I mean, they just want to come and do that because to feel that they're also part of a big conversation going on. They're also part of a conversation that's trending. People like that, you can ignore them. But the mean ones, like this boy, no.
Don't ignore them.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but now let me come to how cyberbullying affects celebrities in general. Let me start with you, Nana. As someone who has clientele who are public figures and celebrities who have to navigate this terrain, how does trolling and cyberbullying affect these celebrities?
Okay. I hope the mic is better.
I think it is now.
Okay. So, reputation is now the brand, right? But a fan's comment is not your reputation as a celebrity.
Okay.
It shapes it.
Yeah, it does, but it doesn't influence it. You influence me when I follow you. When she says I should buy jewelries of 10 cities, I buy because she is influencing me. So detach yourself.
But if someone was to say a comment about her business, it would affect your view on her business.
I mean, we all have one or two people who will come at us once a while. People will say stuff. People will come and say things to us. Detach yourself from it. Don't be emotionally connected to your post, because it's a public platform. It's like you're walking on the street well dressed, and somebody says, "Oh, look at what you are wearing." and you turn and respond to the person. Why are you doing that?
Let me come to you, Chris. Does cyberbullying affect celebrities?
Yes, I think it does affect celebrities. Even if we can pretend, we can all say, oh no, I'm a hard person. We can detach. We're human beings, for Christ's sake. You understand? And everybody at some point gets to a breaking point, gets to a point that they can't take it no more. And if you see, if you look at some celebrities like Beyonce has said that she doesn't even control her social media sometimes. Do you understand? She just comes once in a while and just looks at it, because obviously she doesn't want to even see anything that is going to affect her negatively. And we are in a time whereby people are now getting to know or getting acquainted with mental health issues. And these are some issues that affect people silently. A lot of people deal with these things and they can't even talk because they are trying to be hard. No, it's okay to be vulnerable. So if it's going to affect you, you have to do something about it. Even some months ago, what's his name? Idris Elba. Idris Elba actually said, I put it on Twitter or Instagram, that it's very important that this social media platforms verifies everybody. So when everybody is verified with your passports, with their real faces and real whatever, then we get to know the trolls, because most of these trolls actually have accounts that you can't even see their faces.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So for a person like Idris Elba to say that means it also gets to him. Come on, everybody sees Idris Elba as the macho guy, but he's still human. Some things will definitely get to you at some point. Yeah.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
I think one of the things that when I agree with what Idris Elba said, but the challenge is that it's going to be difficult to get everybody verified like that. And this is where the platforms need to be more responsible.
Exactly.
There's been a lot of conversation about the platforms being responsible. I mean, the same things they've done to Trump and his friends. I mean, lock them up.
Honestly.
They should be able to do it, because I mean, with AI and everything, the listening tools that they have, they should be able to detect when people have, a habit, or you look at some people's profile and all they've been posting is just like this boy.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a reputation for doing that.
Yes.
And somehow he should have been flagged long ago.
Yeah.
Well, very interesting point. Then when we come back, we'll be taking a look on the event and how people sort of rose to his defense on social media when this particular event happened. Stay with us. This is The Chat.
Black Friday big sales now. Yeah, sign their Black Friday big sales. I have 4 days pay. 2026, I come 30th November. What is the highest year promo? Now you say we better name papa. Ne what that for? And you buy now television, refrigerator, and chest freezer, air conditioner, gas cooker, washing machine, smartphone, sound system, water dispenser, kettle, and iron. You want in Navy. Black Friday big sales. Madam Hisense, Matete Soma will say, Guabuaho, Nakai say, Hisense Black Friday big sales. Echoes showrooms in 26th to 30th November. Hisense and Kwana Mao 5 years manufacturer defect warranty. Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Ghana, get ready for the biggest night of fashion and music. 1957 Events and Aquaba Group presents the 9th edition of Rhythms on the Runway, The Masquerade. Come experience exquisite fashion and music with designs from Ghana, Africa, and the African diaspora. Performances from Abiana, Efriye Wuta, Edem, Sefa, D Black, Afia, Michael Stuckey from the USA, Floy from South Africa, Adina, Elsie Duncan Williams, Fami Yeah, Kitty. Saturday, 4th December. The Grand Arena, Accra International Conference Center. Red carpet starts 6 p.m. and show kickstarts 7 p.m. Brought to you in association with Ghana Tourism Authority, Allied Oil, National Lottery Authority, African Fashion Foundation, Africa World Airline, GIPC, and Verna Mineral Water. Tickets are going for 200 Ghana cedis regular and 300 Ghana cedis VIP. Call 020-555-1957 for table reservation. Their partners, City FM and City TV. Rhythms on the runway, the masquerade. There's nothing like it.
You're tuned in to the chat right here on City TV. We're having a conversation about cyberbullying, trolling, and how its effect on celebrities is in actuality. Well, we're talking about, well, it's been triggered, by particular incidents that happened a few days ago. And we're talking about how that event shows how trolls really are in real life, but how people reacted to this particular story is another thing worth speaking about. Initially, it was a thing of, okay, a lot of people understood where Nanaba and the host were coming from. I mean, I would react the same way. But a lot of people now turned it into become a hate campaign on why should you do that? And everyone deserves a second chance, knowing perfectly well how his rep is. And a thing of in support of this particular gentleman rather than against his actions, which really confused me on social media. But honestly, looking at it, I'll start with you, Nana. Did you expect that sort of reaction on social media about this gentleman?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, when I watched the video the first time, I was like, no, that was wrong. Because let's say I have an issue with you, and the issue happened on a different platform, and we meet here. We are here for another conversation. So we can have the show. When we are done, you can pull me aside and say, you said this to me, I didn't like it.
No, I don't actually,
that's not the same platform.
But I don't completely believe that. If you're coming to me seeking for a favor,
no, but you see, the thing is, the boy was going for an audition for a TV show.
An audition for the TV show that Nanaba runs.
Yeah, but so at the end of the day,
and she is the one in charge. You sit on another platform and speak all kinds of insinuations about her and her staff, and you come in there expecting to get a job from
100.
her?
So I agree. So a lot of people are saying,
how does that work?
I'm like, okay, so that's like a minus for the boy. But to the boy, he thinks, oh, social media or Twitter is not where probably people pick up issues and all that.
But you spread falsehood.
True. So what could have also happened is Nanaba Namwa, being Nanaba Namwa, could have had the show, filmed whatever. When she's done, right? And she takes off the guy, nobody would know.
But why
because
should
now
police...
it can't, now
no, not to cut you. Okay, actually, I am cutting you. Forgive me for that.
No
but,
problem.
Why should we, and I saw that a lot, why do we have to police how people react to things that have been done to them?
No,
so she's been hurt or affected because people come for her on the daily.
Yeah.
So why should I now be the bigger person? Why couldn't he have been the bigger person and come in and said, you know what, I apologize for having said all these things. Can we please start afresh? But instead he came there thinking that nobody will know all the things I've said on social media. And that way, how I react is how I react in the moment. No one should police me and say, but you didn't do it right. What is the right way?
Yeah.
The right way, you're right. I mean, listen, we are all entitled to how we feel about things. Somebody makes a post on social media, for me, I'm always laughing. People insult me every day and I'm always laughing. But you are different. But I don't think that I will meet any troller in real life on a different platform, engage in a way that will make the person feel less or probably prevent him or her from getting what they're supposed to get at that particular point in time. You get it? Because they are not. But for the purpose of what, you know, the whole, it's a show. It's a television show, and the show has not even aired. Nothing has come out. Not even any audition has come out. So why single that particular one out?
To make an example of him?
On what? To get what? Because you could have just done that on Twitter.
People troll.
Before you block the boy, you could have schooled the boy on Twitter and then you block the boy.
But people troll all the time and
people
get away.
People will forever troll.
But that is wrong.
No, but that's a lesson.
People forever troll.
But that's a lesson.
This will not stop anybody from. This will even make people. Let me be very honest with you. I am into television production too. I produce a lot of content. And sometimes you meet people who come to I have a show called Fans.
Yeah.
People who write very mean stuff on your post coming to sit on your platform. To them, they are just sharing their opinion on what you said. They don't have an issue with you on your platform. They just feel like they're sharing an opinion on what you said.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. This is what
going back to where's the thin line
So do the event. So do the audition, right? The boy actually wasn't even good. Look at what he was doing with the political show.
Yeah.
He wasn't even good.
So you see that's
relax. You see, let me learn.
Okay, please.
You see, the boy wasn't even. He wasn't even confident in doing the political show. So obviously he wouldn't have even made the list. What he's done off camera, it's you and him. Nobody else is there. Nobody will hold you to ransom for using your platform to probably for lack of a better word, intimidate the boy. So you just school the boy and say, you are coming to see me for help, blah, 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 off camera. There's no camera,
but he publicly
come on social media.
Casted, sent very disparaging comments about her staff members, and other celebrities publicly. He didn't privately tweet these things.
So why not
he didn't send it into her inbox?
Okay, go back to the same
So
platform.
why should I privately handle the
situation? Because we are media people, we talk about people. I'm here talking about Nana Banamo and the boy. Somebody will just talk about me when this show airs or probably goes on YouTube and say, oh, look at what this guy is saying. It doesn't make sense.
So
but then you see,
media person
when I meet so this is what I'm saying, that when I meet people like that, I have to, like he said, educate the person. Because maybe they don't even know they're even cyberbullying.
But how I choose to educate is very different.
You could have just told the guy, we do media, we talk about people, right? People tell us to go and retract every time on the same platform that we make ill comments about them.
Okay.
So just tell the boy, listen, you make this comment on Twitter, go back to Twitter and retract them. It's as easy as that.
But he was not remorseful. It's another thing that he didn't actually care for the thing.
No, like you see, the boy said it himself. Afterwards, he's been saying he didn't even know he was even cyberbullying. He didn't know.
How can you
not
know? Really?
How do you not know?
According to this young guy, who now has
you set
over 11,000 followers, by the way, on Twitter.
You set agenda and then you troll people. How do you not know that it is bad?
Do you know what he said? He said, you heard him. He said, I write facts. He doesn't even know. So you have to just do a little bit of education, off camera. Because you see, once you put it on camera, like you say, people are coming at the number because of the platform she used. That's what it is.
But
she might not be wrong on how she responded to the boy. It's just the it's like, I'm here with you. You have a beef with me. I'm on your show.
But if you have a beef,
showing it. You're showing it to people.
No, but then it's different if I was running the station and running a program that I have created.
Yeah.
So imagine if I'm doing my YouTube channel and then I'm now having a conversation with you. I have every reason to be able to beef you on it if it is my thing. Same way you went to meet she went to meet the general manager of the station, who is the executive producer of that show.
Platform.
Executive
but we have
producer
so many
of that
now,
show. And you trolled her
if we do the
and the host.
With marketing, I mean, he can testify to it that.
Okay,
right now, there's a lot of eyeball talkability ahead of the next TV star. Don't get me wrong. The first season was amazing.
Of course.
But this one has increased the eyeball, increased Toma, and it's increasing brands coming on board to have conversation on what's going to come.
Okay.
So automatically, indirectly, you've used that boy to monetize the platform.
Okay.
That's what you've done, and that is wrong.
But let me come to Stephen's thoughts on it quickly. We'll be wrapping up this conversation shortly. But yes.
See, Nana, you're splitting it. Let's go back to it. There's nothing like Twitter as a separate platform, so they shouldn't use it. What I would say is they were right to, pick on it and try to. Maybe they pushed it a bit too far. You can probably say that, but they were better then. People who have been hurt, allow them. I'm sure that's why they probably turned around and tried to offer him an opportunity. Here he's doing some kind of a campaign with them or whatever. Even that's where your bit about monetizing the whole thing comes in. I would have probably done the same thing as Anaba did, but not gone ahead after the show to go and post it.
That's what I'm saying.
On Instagram.
You'd have waited for it to air?
Yes.
Okay. The series is not even out, so why do that?
But it's promotion for it.
That's what I'm saying.
How I choose to promote
it. This is where I bring in the people that were also talking. You see, it's become, social media has become a place where people go and want to feel relevant. So they'll go and do anything that will make them feel that, day to day, me too, I'm somebody. And so people are taking advantage of all sorts of situations to kind of trend. So hopefully they will be able to get something off the back of that, be known for something. And that's the world we live in now. Exactly. So yes, he did it. And I mean, whatever, he's grown his followers on Twitter to about 13,000.
Yeah, 13K.
There are people right now who are trying to get him to start promoting their products and this and that. I mean, in the world where we live, people shouldn't be giving such people that kind of opportunity.
Exactly. And I agree. Final words from you, Chris, before we wrap up in 30 seconds.
I think people actually, especially here in Africa, people like, I wouldn't say poor people, like, but they just like sad things. Poor people, sad things. Everybody's like,
underdog. We love the underdog.
Exactly.
Yes.
You always like people, the whole pity party.
Yes.
We've seen that someone has done wrong. Like, we call it out. It is wrong. It is wrong. Okay, yeah, maybe you have a problem with Nanaba, them, like, airing it, putting it before it airs. I understand that. But saying that they went too far, no. No. Because you can't determine how people feel.
Preach, girl.
And we need to stop always that, so this poor boy, we like sad, yes. Like, we don't like to tell the truth. Anytime there's a sad story, there's a sad face, there's a mobile, what's that? We don't like the truth.
We don't.
The moment we see the sad face, why are they doing the boy like this? What? Do you understand? We like poor people, sad things, like, it's just crazy.
Yeah. I completely agree. I subscribe to this conversation. Thank you for coming, giving us that TED talk. I do not subscribe to what you said that I am. But thank you guys for joining me. Stephen and I said,